Okay, how to disagree without being disrespectful to your significant other. Ooh, now communication with our loved ones, especially someone that we're intimate with, can have some highs and lows. And I am no relationship expert, but I can assist with helping transition through and providing keys for conflict resolution. And often, conflict resolution starts in the preventative stage. Having the tools and the keys that you need so that when a situation arises, you know where to pull from. As it relates to romantic relationship, an intimate relationship with your significant other, you'll hear a lot of people speak about, well, communication. Communication is key. You have to keep communicating. Whereas that is true in one aspect, many will find that when they put it into practice, when they actually do it, that themselves and their partner have totally different communication styles. Because they have their own worldview, they're coming from their own perspectives, their own experiences in life. Communication to one might look like just being present, and communication to another might look like we're having a lot of conversation. We're actually going in depth and we're getting to know each other. I'd actually be the latter, the second one. So communication can't solely be the resolution to having disagreements and not being disrespectful. Part of that communication comes with connection. So connecting with that significant other, meaning you're learning their styles, you're learning what they're like, you're being intentional with providing them what they like and what they're interested in, if it's a fit. Now, if it's something that is against your moral code or your ethics, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about as you're connecting and getting to know someone, you're learning their style of communication. You're being observant of them. You're learning how their body moves or how their voice inflects or how they might go quiet or how they may ask questions or not ask questions. And during your conversations, you'll want to try to make sure that you are doing your part to make sure you both are on the same page of communicating. And so that connection, what does that connection look like? If you're learning your partner and your partner is spending time learning you, then, and you're still together and you're asking questions about one another, it helps you go deeper in who that person is. Now, if you don't ask questions of your partner, you are solely going off of assumptions and you're going off of your old style of communicating with them, which may have applied to a previous partner, and it may not be a good fit for your current partner. I would encourage asking questions to get to know who your person is and what they like and what they're into and their styles of communication that you two connect on, that you have a connection and you can actually bond on. So when you're speaking to them, you can speak in their language and they can speak in your language and you're just flowing and you're vibing, okay? That helps with keeping disagreements from not becoming disrespectful, because naturally there's a care and concern for that person. Typically, when you're asking questions, you're inquiring, you're getting to know, and those questions should be asked with the heart posture of, I want to know because I'm looking to see if we're a good fit or how I can love you better, if love is in the air. You're looking to see how your lives come together. There are some who might ask questions and their questions are more interrogative and digging and just with the wrong heart posture. And that you might find that's not a good fit. First of all, that is implying something negative, and it puts a rift in the relationship. But let's just say you did ask a question and it's with that energy, and your partner has identified that wasn't an okay energy. Let's just say that interaction was identified as a disrespectful moment. What can happen, a way of showing your connection and your care and your respect for that partner, instead of letting that moment pass, if that person communicates to you that that interaction was unpleasant and they're willing to tell you the reason why, and they're not being rude or anything about it, it is very appropriate to acknowledge that you got it wrong. It's very appropriate to acknowledge that you did not intend to offend them or be disrespectful. And you can even ask them, what's another way to ask the same question if you don't know yourself? And that's a way of getting to know them. Often people in relationships may want to jump to immediately saying something is disrespectful when it's their first time actually coming to this space, and it may not even be an intended form of disrespect, which is why understanding each other's character and where each other are coming from and everyone's communication style is helpful. Also, the way that someone may communicate that what happened was a little disrespectful or just unpleasant, it might be in their silence. It might be their body movement if you're seeing each other. It, like I said already, it might be them just telling you. And hopefully they can inform you with grace by asking you what's happening. And again, if there's care and unity and desire for one another, it is very appropriate to take that moment to examine your relationship, to iron out what appears to be presenting as a problem, and it's not even really a problem at all. Now, there are times where you can disagree with your partner and you just totally get it wrong. You intentionally meant to cuss them out, blow up, and do all of this. However, there are ways to fix that, believe it or not. You know, and I'm laughing because there are some times where I get it wrong. Yes, I get it wrong. But or I've had a partner who's gotten it wrong, that doesn't mean it needs to be World War III. It doesn't mean that it needs to be the end of anything. It's an opportunity for growth and for understanding and for deeper communication. And so if you do find that you've just drastically messed up, it is very appropriate to have accountability of self. Know yourself. Know that, okay, I messed up and I need to own up to this. And you come back to them verbally. You know, make your statement and your pledge to them that this won't happen again, or this is something that I recognize as a pattern and I'm working on. Just give me some grace to work through it. When you are communicating in the style that your partner understands, that you've learned through connecting with them, it helps your bond become closer. There are times where you'll know you got it wrong, or the communication was off, or something was disrespectful, because again, they'll tell you. You might feel it yourself, or the vibe just seemed off. If that is not what you want with this person, if those aren't the intentions, let your love lead, let your care for them lead, and allow yourself to be apologetic for the moment, even if you weren't initially the one in the wrong, but just to acknowledge, hey, it seems we got off somewhere. That's not the style of communication I want for us. So can we fix this? If you have unity in your bond and love and respect in your bond, disrespect and disagreements will be far and few in between. And again, if it does happen, it is fixable. Until next time.